Well, what's up, SU family? It's Khrissy B here, checking in with your Swayze Universe Hot Topics, where I discuss all things sports, music, entertainment, and culture. And we family at this point. Every time we link up, we discuss, it always feels like home. How are you, Reason?
Sorry about that. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, how are you?
Good. I'm really good. Glad to see you per usual. We got so much to catch up on.
Yep.
I feel like I've been a part of your journey for a long time.
For sure,
it's safe to say maybe like a good 8 years.
I was about to say, like, literally, I think, like, right when I first signed damn near. Yeah.
I think we a good 8 years. So I've been a part of the past 8 years. I've seen so many transitions.
Yeah.
I've seen so many emotions publicly, quietly. I feel like, you're the most, I guess, standout is like your public transition, obviously,
for sure.
And I would like to know, like, what feels the most different about what you're going through right now versus to, of course, me knowing Reason 8 years ago.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like, how much I love it again. Like, I really fell out of love with making music. Like, it started to literally feel like a job that maybe I didn't hate, but like I didn't love anymore. Like, I didn't feel like how I felt when I was in my room searching for YouTube beats and typing in, J. Cole type beat and da-da-da. And I used to love that feeling. And I didn't feel that way no more. And now I'm back to that. Like, I'm releasing music that I'm still attached to. Even when we dropped the Doing Too Much with Eric Bellinger and Isaiah J, like, I wrote that record like 2 weeks before it dropped. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like having the fun and freedom of just like doing shit. I'm just having like a really good time. That's the biggest thing.
And that's what it's supposed to feel like.
Exactly. It's supposed to feel like you, like it's your dream and like you want to do it and you're passionate. And when you're in the studio for 14 hours, it ain't supposed to feel like you're in the studio for 14 hours. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Like, for real. I was joking with the team. We racing and sprinting because all the deadlines we setting is like aggressive as fuck, but we hitting them. Good. We just running as fast as we can. Like, but it's fun though. Exactly. It's fun.
Stick to your deadlines, but here's the thing: you have the flexibility just in case if you have to make.
Exactly, it's my call, and I think that's the biggest part that I love now. It's like, it's my call. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't have to worry about like, oh, if this didn't happen, I got to figure out what happened. And it's like, I could just make the decision or be like, no, this is what we're doing. So I like that part about it.
I love that. Yeah. Now, of course, it's been a couple of years since the TDE split. Do you feel like your peers or your fans have completely let go of the decision of you leaving TDE, or are they still kind of holding that over you, or what's the deal with that?
What's crazy is that at first I felt like that was something I was nervous about. I felt like a lot of fans were going to be upset with me about leaving. But honestly, I think with the consistent drops of music, they're actually really happy. Like, I see more messages than anything. Like,
because niggas on your head like, when you dropping?
Exactly. I see so many messages like, I'm so glad you're indie because like we're eating. Like, we're really getting a shit ton of music. You know what I mean? Like,
motion.
And it's like in today's time, it's like, unless you're a huge name, you can't afford to just not give people music. Like, it's gonna reflect in the money and the sales and the numbers. It's gonna unless you're just one of those household names that it's like when you poke your head out, it's gonna go. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it's like if you're trying to build a community of people that really fuck with you, you have to consistently keep them. They have to feel proud to bring your name up in conversations. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and I can even feel it different when I'm out in public. Like when I was going on 3-4 year hiatuses, I could be moving around to LA and people know who I am, but they don't really stop and say anything and stuff like, because it's like, it ain't really much to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you could feel it. And then it's like, now that I'm dropping consistently, I feel the love way more often because I'm always outside and doing something. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I love that. Now, one of my favorite, I would say, post-Reason highlights is obviously, the Dead Apple. Wait, okay, that was a moment because you wasn't necessarily summoned, but you got in it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's like typical Reason. I just don't feel like you would I'm going to just sit this one out and be quiet, nigga, because you rap.
Absolutely not.
You
Absolutely
rap.
Not.
And they summons the coast, so, who else to jump in this shit? You know what I'm saying? And it was really the beef between, I guess, more so Ray and Daylight.
Yeah.
And, and personally, I'm an East Coast girly. Y'all know that about me. I love East Coast music. I love the energy. I love the sound. I love everything about East Coast, everything. And I loved Joey Badasses. I just loved everything about.
I thought he did a really.
How he was stepping out.
I was really impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Impressed.
I was very impressed. Like, I
didn't even know he had it in him.
Man, I know Joey can rap, but I didn't know that he could he could strap up boots like that, and you get what I'm saying? Like I didn't, being honest with you. Like
no,
if I'm being completely honest, like headed into it, I was like, and this is no offense to Joey at all, but I know Ray, and I know how good he is, and I was like, Ray's gonna walk this. Like this is gonna be a walk.
Oh wow!
I did.
So
I genuinely felt that. I genuinely felt that way, and I was wrong. You know what I mean? Like I was wrong.
So wrong.
And so like shout outs to Joey. Like, and that wasn't no diss to Joey. I just know how good of a rapper Ray is. Right. You know what I mean? Like I had a feeling that Daylight, it wasn't like Joey was gonna get that, but I thought Ray was gonna. Me knowing how good of a rapper Ray is, I thought that was gonna be like a long day, and Joey. He turned that East Coast shit on, and it was
East Coast shit on, and then not just that, he kind of win his bag. It's also very important to do your homework, to study your opponent, and to know who you rapping against and with. And this is a nigga that actually paid attention and
that's what
did his homework. That's the difference.
I was just about to say that's where I felt like the difference was I felt like it was in preparation, and me and the homies was talking about that. I was like, I don't feel like you know, Ray prepared the way that he probably should have prepared. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like
this ain't a game.
Yeah, and I feel like Joey.
This is not a game. You have to prepare.
Yeah, I feel like Joey did. You know what I mean? Like, and so, and even with me, like jumping in it was really like I genuinely like Joey's the homie, and so I just had a conversation with Head and Gina, and Head was like, so if he say your name, like you in the mix, and then it's funny because Head's so funny. Head had already knew. Because he had already heard the Red Bull shit. So he knew Joey said my name. So he was really setting me up to like, are you going to stand on your word? You get what I'm saying? So literally like the week before the Red Bull cypher drop, me, Head, and Gina did an interview and a freestyle, and he was asking about it, and I was like, oh, I'm entertained. Like, I'm ready to see it. Right, you know what I mean? Like, and he was like, you know, are you going to get in it? I was like, nah, Joey the homie, I would never just jump out the window. He was like, well, if he say your name, I was like, oh, if he say my name, I'm on him. Like, you know, ASAP. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't seen it.
I'm like, it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? And literally, he said it, and I remember that day. I canceled everything I had to do, and I just went to the studio.
You know what? Okay, and I don't know if but Allie kind of told me, like, this nigga's on the way to the studio right now.
Legitimately. Like
in real time.
Yeah, she texted, and that was her first time seeing me in that space.
But you know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, for sure. You
got to stop in your tracks, and you got to get in the studio.
And that was her first time seeing me in that space, because she hit me like, oh, what you doing? I'm like, I can't talk right now. Like, give me a few hours. Yeah, I'm like, I'm
I'm in the zone.
And so she was texting me. She was like, oh, this nigga's like in a different like space. You know what I mean? Like a completely different space. When I heard the shit,
I was like, I got quiet. I just didn't even, because it was so many elements to it. I mean, you did the, I got 100, like you just did.
That's one of my favorite New York songs. Yeah. Which, by the way, I had a lot of East Coast niggas mad at.
And the energy, you was like, nigga, I'm just pressed.
Yeah.
Like, you like, nigga, I'm pressed. Like, and you ain't even a part of TDE no more. Niggas ain't got, like, I'm just pressed, and nigga, don't come over here with that shit, basically. That was the energy. Like,
exactly.
Like, we got niggas that actually rap over here.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't come over here with that, and I'm a part of this. I'm pressed. It's the principle.
And because I've been feeling like I'm not one of the West Coast niggas that feel like the East Coast just hates us. I don't feel that way. But what I do feel like is that we have taken over as the mecca for hip hop, and they don't want to admit that. It's almost like the same argument that like the old niggas have with the new basketball players. Like, they don't want to admit that like LeBron is in the same category as Michael Jordan, and they don't want to admit that like it's like them holding on to like this glory of what they had, when it's like, it's no offense whatsoever. It's just that y'all didn't the OGs, they didn't culture up what was gonna replace them. You get what I'm saying? Like, they didn't pass torches in New York the way that they should have. And now you see a new sprout of New York MCs, and I'm excited about it. You know, you got the Life of Times, you got the Kai Cash, Chris Patrick. I could go on and on. Like, so now you kind of seeing it. But even with them, it's like they didn't this new era of MCs, they didn't get that from the OGs. They fucking with each other, and they're creating a wave fucking with each other doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I've always felt like the East Coast hasn't really, it's all of TDE that is from the West Coast. It's Boogie, it's Simba. Like, I can go on and on from the West. We got real rappers out here that that represent the same essence that they represented when this shit started. Okay. And so I didn't want to diss. When I was coming back at Joey, I didn't have nothing personal with him. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna throw a couple shots at him, but like, I'm gonna really take this opportunity to make a statement that like, you niggas gotta really start respecting what we've built. You know what I'm saying? Like what we built over here on some rap shit. Because that's the shit that y'all say y'all like. We really built some shit up on some rap shit, and y'all gotta show love on that. So yeah.
So you said that you feel like we're now the new Mecca. You feel like the West Coast and the East Coast isn't. That's very interesting because I personally, I'm not there yet. But I want to hear your reason why and who you feel like is possibly carrying that torch.
Yeah. So we're in a different time to where it's hard to say carrying the torch because where we're at now, just like there's a big three, there will never be another big three because this shit is so convoluted and now the music space is like transferring over into like a niche space. Like I think it's like the death of the superstar, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, but the way I view it is like if there was a kid born in 2000, or let's call it, like let's say 2000. There's a kid born in 2000. By the time they start listening to like hip hop, where they can start understanding lyricism, TDE is the biggest thing on the planet.
Correct.
So the biggest rapper on the planet is either Drake, J. Cole, or Kendrick Lamar.
Correct.
Under the TDE umbrella, you have J-Rock, you got Schoolboy Q, you got Reason, you got even past TDE, you got West Side Boogie.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like there's all of these rap. So if it's a nigga that's born in 2000, by the time he gets to the age where he starts, you know how you used to argue rap at lunch, who was he arguing about that's on the East Coast?
Yeah, and I want to throw Coast Country in there too because I feel like
Coast Country, my bad, Super Fire, exactly. Super Fire, like, shout out to Coast Country, and them my niggas too. So shout out to Coast Country. But that's my point. Is like by the time you get to the lunch tables and you start arguing, you at that period at 2012, 2013, you're not really arguing about the legends that we know from the East Coast no more. They're not really around anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like so when I'm talking about that type of rap where you're debating on who's the best lyricist and whatnot, we got more niggas in the debate than y'all got in the debate because y'all didn't flower the soil, you know what I mean? Like, or garden the soil while y'all was just at the top going crazy, by the way, because all of my favorites is, so this isn't like an East Coast diss. Like I learned how to rap from the East Coast.
Right,
you get what I'm saying? Like I love East Coast rappers. It actually hurt me to do the diss because I don't even feel the way that I was talking shit.
So much,
it was a lot of East Coast niggas that was mad at me, and I'm like, bro, I'm just like it's battle. I gotta take an angle. Like I love the East Coast though. Like, and so, but I don't feel like they necessarily passed it, and that's just how I am. Like even if I love you, I hold you accountable. So it's like I don't feel like they passed the torch the way that they could have, and I feel like now because we admired them, we've now taken all of their essence of like caring about lyricism and storytelling and whatnot, and then we just put our own West Coast swag on it, and now we've birthed this new era of just niggas that cause, and I could go on and on with just niggas that just rap. You get what I'm saying? Like, and they haven't had that for a long time, and so I'm glad to see this new wave of niggas that's coming up over there that's making a lot of noise. It's like it's exciting to me, and them is all like, you know, the homies and shit, and I'm cheering for them.
I love that, and we ain't been this cracking since the '90s, since the Dog Pound.
You feel me? Like
you know what I'm saying? It feels like the '90s again.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you 100% on that. Now that you're independent, like I've always been curious too to understand like your pros and cons, you know. And do you feel like there's a label that you would sign with today that more so aligns with who you are, or do you think the independent route is it?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think the independent route is it. I feel like where music is today, there's two options. Either you gonna sign with a major and have them pour millions into you, like two options that work. You're either gonna sign with a major and have them pour millions into you, which means you got to convince them to pour millions into you.
Okay. Right.
Or if they're not, and then they're gonna take, you know, 60, 70% of everything. It's just what's gonna happen. But you're still gonna be rich. You just gonna get 30% of everything that you make. Or you can be independent and have a good team around you and partner with a partnership, a distro, something like that, give up 15, 20% and build, you know what I mean? And I think that signing, me personally, this is just my opinion. I think signing with a major when they're not going to invest in that type of way in you, I just don't really see financially, I don't see how it makes sense. You get what I'm saying? And I think that when we have conversations publicly, I think the biggest thing that gets misconstrued with fans talking about what an artist does or what they should be doing with their career or whatever the case may be is that fans don't really understand how money is made in music. So they base their opinion on what they think you should do off of not having the information. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because people think that a look equals money. You get what I'm saying? There's the rapper Finesse 2 Times that was just went. I'm gonna talk about this, not to talk about him, but he went viral talking about the fact that he was still doing OnlyFans. You get what I'm saying? This is a nigga that got big ass records.
Crazy.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got big ass records, but he signed to a major. They dumping millions into him. And what people don't understand is like, yeah, nigga could be famous as hell because they put all this money into marketing, but you got to make all that money back.
You do.
So it's not like when you cracking.
Yep.
Like you really pulling it back. And you got to pay it back with a badass interest rate. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if they gave you $1 million, you got to make them back 1.3. You get what I'm saying? Like, and so it's one of those things where you might have 3 records that's cracking, but you're not making no money on the music because you owe them $1.3 million. And then if your deal is set up the wrong way, they might even be eating into some of your other money. So now you might have this big ass team where it's like, okay, I'm not making no money off my music. When I go to shows, I got 2 managers, they both taking 20%. I got this person. So I done got paid $40K for this show, but I only walked away with 14 or something like that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what a lot, but like I'm famous. And so then people, I got the jewelry, I got all the shit. And the jewelry was paid with my marketing budget. So people think I got money, but I done spent $40,000 of the marketing budget on my neck. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like, you got to pay it all back. And I think that fans don't necessarily understand that. So they just start arguing and being like, look at this person, like, look at what they did. And it's like, you don't really know people's real situation. You know what I mean? So to me, like, there's a couple of labels that I would entertain, but at least for right now, like, I just kind of want to stay indie and just flood. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to.
Enjoying the freedom.
Yeah, but I will say this, I'm not anti-label. I think any situation is great for somebody and it's worse, and it's the worst thing in the world for somebody. Like, I think Cardi's at Def Jam, if I'm right. But
I think so too.
Yeah, either Def Jam or Atlantic. But Def Jam might be the best label in the world for Cardi, but then you might find another artist on there that it's the worst. So it's really all about how hard the label, how much they believe in you and how hard they want to work for you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's really what it is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, fully independent, you've released I Love You Again, and then you dropped, you dropped I Love You Again and Everything in My Soul.
Yep.
Now, Everything in My Soul _blue. Is there a reason or significance, with the underscore?
Yeah, so the underscore is just like linking you to the color.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, when I was signed, I wanted to show all the different aspects of the music I can make. Like one thing that bothers me so much is when people send me a feature and it's always like, I want you to rap about the struggle. And I'm like, I'm like, my nigga,
first of all, that's broad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, but I also can't blame them because it's like, that was all I could put out. Is I could, like, what I got known for was like the soul and, the shit on the Black Panther album and Better Days and stuff like that. So it's like, that was kind of the box that I was in, even creatively. I couldn't really, like, I couldn't make, love records. Like, I couldn't make a whole project with love records. I couldn't make Turn Up LA Records. And it's like, but these are all different sides of me. Like, I'm outside. I be outside drunk. Like, I want to make shit that, I want to go outside drunk and hear my shit.
You let it drink.
You get what I'm saying? I want to go outside and hear my shit. Like, I done, dated, I done been in relationships, I done been the shitty nigga, I done been, the loyal. I've have all these different sides of me and I wasn't able to like express it. And so this color series, I didn't necessarily want it to be a color series when I was signed, but I came up with that idea later. But I did want to be the artist that was dropping. I didn't want people to be able to put me in a box. I wanted to have trap albums. I wanted to have LA turn up albums. I wanted to have hip hop soulful albums. I wanted to do so much. And so when I came up with the idea of the color series, I'm like, this is my opportunity to do something that I've always wanted to do and showcase all these different sounds, and none of these colors will sound alike. You know what I mean? And so,
and they don't.
Yeah, they don't at all. But it's still reason.
There's so much range.
Yeah, and that's
much range, and all the stories are different.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's all different sides of my personality and different things that I've gone through, and that's what I'm proud of so far. You know what I mean? And we still got a couple colors to go. So yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, so Everything in My Soul was Everything in My Soul _blue was last year. Now now dropping is obviously Moving Towards Love.
Moving Towards Love, Pink.
And I love, and I'm not just saying this, but I sat with it when you sent it to me, and I really, really love this album.
Thank you.
I really do.
Yeah.
For so many reasons. I just feel like this is probably, and again, being not only a fan, but a friend, and kind of understanding how you now kind of understand what kind of artist you are and how you write.
Yeah.
And, so I felt like this is probably your most vulnerable.
For sure.
This is your most vulnerable. And I also felt like this is probably the most open you've been. Just listening to the stories you're giving. Some of them have so many emotions and range. I'm hearing anger. I'm hearing happy. I'm hearing turn up. I'm hearing so many different emotions. I'm like, damn, he's kind of just really, first time I've ever held him just like lay it all out and give different scenarios and situations. And I feel like this album, moving towards Love Pink, is that it's about, to me, my takeaway was this is an album of love and being in a relationship and going through the different stages of being in a relationship or being with someone or stepping into a situation with someone.
Exactly.
And that kind of, correlates to, you broke it into 4 sections. You broke it into 4 sections, which was dope. And then we have, obviously, the first stage is the honeymoon stage. Second stage is vetting. 3 is reality. And 4 is spiteful. And I loved how you broke this down because this is exactly right as a woman, right? Like these are the 4 stages that we go through. And as a woman, I'm like, I just, I'm like, okay, so I went through the honeymoon stage, right? It's the first 3 to 5 months when you meet someone.
Man, and everything is fucking amazing.
It's so fucking amazing.
Colors is brighter, the nigga teeth white as hell. We
on the phone all night, niggas is just, it's la la land. It feels like high school all over again, right? And now we hit stage 2, we hit vetting, right? When we really figuring out at the end of the honeymoon stage if this nigga or this girl is really for me, right?
Exactly.
And this is where, and this is why the honeymoon stage kind of ends.
Because
after the honeymoon stage, it's like, you know what? I don't even know if I like this person or if I fuck with this person, and then that ends, right? So a lot of us are in these situationships that don't even get past 5 months and shit. Because now we're in the vetting stage, right? And now we probably decided we don't like this person, or we get past the vetting stage. Now we're into reality, right? Now we're probably eighth month in, a year in. And I'm thinking about my reality and my situation now. Okay, now I'm kind of discovering who this person is. They're seeing me, I'm seeing them. And this the reality is this is who's in front of me.
This is who's in front of me. And you realize that, like, if we're going to make this work, it's going to take more than love. Like, I got to change things about myself, and she has to change things about herself. And if she's not willing to do it, it's just never going to work. You get what I'm saying? Like, can you get to that space, in that reality space? Yeah.
And then, of course, stage 4 is spiteful, and this is the tricky stage. But each song in the track list, you did a really good job of telling the stories according to each stage.
Thank you.
My personal stage is the second stage was the vetting stage. So the 4 songs.
That's my favorite stage right now. It keeps changing, but that's my favorite stage right now.
As I'm replaying it, I'm like, these are my favorite pocket of songs. And in this section, we have Something About Us, Doing Too Much, I'll Be There, Money Cash Hoes, which is probably now my favorite.
Money Cash Hoes? That's
my
hard.
shit, right? It's my shit. But I would love for you to kind of take me into the process. I want to know why you broke it into these 4 stages. What were you going through? Like, give me the whole idea of the 4 stages and why you chose to create this album this way.
So when going into, and I'm grateful that you can even pick up all of that on the listen, because that was my fears. Like, I want people to, nowadays, people's attention span is so short that it's like, it's kind of like gone are the days of like doing a conceptual album and not explaining what the fuck you doing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so, but it's always dope when somebody can hear it and be able to listen to it.
It's very intentional. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, it's super intentional. If you
don't pick this up, I don't know what's wrong with your ears. Like, I just don't. Like, I don't know. Listen to something else. Even the
sonics of it sound like the honeymoon stage. Every beat on there sounds like love and marriage, and you get what I'm saying, like, and all that, like, and we did that purposely. Like, I was like, I want bright ass, happy ass samples, you know what I mean? And so, but I chose to do it because when going into Pink, I was like, okay, I want to make an album about love, but like, there's been so many projects about love that's been done. I wanted to do something original, you know what I mean? Like, and so some of my favorite albums are like Confessions, like, you know what I mean? And usually when people make these projects about love, it's usually R&B, but then also it's usually centered around the same thing, which is like infidelity and I need to get the girl back. True. You get what I'm saying? That's usually what it is. And that is a stage of love, but I wanted to do something that was different, that spoke and told the whole story, you know what I mean? And when I was, siphoning through 1,000 loops and samples and whatnot, I'm like, okay, what if I literally like told an entire relationship story, but if I just took all my different situations that I've maybe lived through or the homies have, maybe told me stories about, and I took all these scenarios and combined them into like dating one person, you know what I mean? Like, and that was kind of how I looked at it. So it's like the honeymoon stage, a nigga meets you, he tell you everything you want to hear. There's nothing wrong about you. You're the perfect person. He's never seen nothing like you before. You get what I'm saying? Like,
bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's such a fun stage in a relationship. And that's why I made the music that way. Like, Humble 'Em is so fun. And that's how niggas talk. And you know what's funny is that, yes, niggas be, you know, adding tens on the two, but you also, as a man, you do be feeling that way. Like, you meet a girl and you do be feeling like, damn, I really came up. Like, this is like the one. You get what I'm saying? So some of it be gas, but a lot of times it do be like you be feeling that way. Like, you be on dates, you like, she talk back. Like, she got a personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you start feeling good about what's going on. You know what I mean? And then, you know, so it makes you start, you know, not makes you, but you feel like, you know, I want to say this. I want to say this. Like, I want to tell her how special she is. And then you always hit the vetting stage. It's always something that happens when you hit the vetting stage. It's either you found out that he was talking to another chick. It's either, you get them
trickiest stage in the relationship.
Yep. You get what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was dating this girl once, and then, you know, our vetting stage started when it was something I couldn't do that I told her I would do, but I ended up having to not do it. And she got mad at me. And then my best friend caught her out on a date. And we wasn't together, but that was the moment when I was like, oh, you not the nigga I thought. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, so as soon as you get mad at me, you want a date. You get what I'm saying? And then that was when it's like, now I'm vetting you. Like, at first I was in the honeymoon stage, and I really, you know, really fucked with you when I wanted to hang out. And it's like, oh shit, now I'm.
And that switch can go off and on.
It
so
go
quick.
off so quick, and then you see the person, they don't even look the same. You know what I mean? And so that's why even in the project, when you hit that part of the music switches, and something about us sound dark. Something about us automatically sounds dark right away. You get what I'm saying? Because you start, you know, you like, you know, I like you, but like, now I got to figure out if me changing things about myself is even worth it, because, you know, you kind of on some bullshit. And then that's why I even rap that way on something about us. And I'm talking about the fact that, you know, now I'm kind of admitting the person that I am. You know what I mean? I'm like, a nigga couldn't be faithful when I was broke. Just imagine when a nigga get a couple meals. Like, that's like the first. That's like the first time that I'm telling the truth on the project, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? And so, you know, the story goes on, and then Tell Me is the most, you know, real part of it. And even Money Cash Hoes, you know, that you talked about. I love Money Cash Hoes going into the reality, because to me, that's like when a man realizes he really wants to do this for real, and he wants to like be faithful and put his effort in. I had to unlock that part of myself and understand that, like, okay, why am I chasing women and doing all these? It's because I grew up on Money Cash Hoes. I grew up on, like, Hove is the Bible. Like, what he say is like, you get what I'm saying, the Ferrari Jaguar switching 4 lanes, top down, screaming. Like, it's like, that's what make you a cool nigga. You get what I'm saying? And so, you know, I think that is the coolest part about the project, is how it flows in that way. Yeah, and then, you know, you ended vetting, of course, with Money Cash Hoes, and then you open up reality with Tired of Fucking These Hoes. You get what I'm saying? Like, exactly. And what
so now the reality is, we trying to work this out.
I'm trying to work this out, and I'm realizing that these women are distracted. Like, they draining my money, they drain, but it's addicting. You get what I'm saying? Like, and shout out to the homie, shout out to Guap. It's so funny, because when we made that project, we made that song, I added Guapdad to it late, but Guapdad was in the studio when we made that song. So it was me, Buddy, Guapdad, and it was a few other people in the studio.
Which I love this one too.
Yeah, we were having a conversation about that, like, and it's so funny because we're all getting older, and so we like, bro, like, you know, these bitches be draining a nigga, like, and we're having a conversation about it, and then the song comes on, and we start being stupid and singing, and you know, Tired of Fucking These, and then it just turned into a moment. I know. Yeah, so talk about this particular stage. Like, so there's four songs in this stage. So let's break down these four. I'm talking about for reality. So reality, it opens up with Tired of Fucking These Hoes, and that's, you know, a man, you know, understanding that, and then I'm right, it goes to, is it Tell Me after that? So Tell Me to me is like the meat and potatoes of the project. It's like the most important, and to me, like, if a person was leaving with anything, I want them to leave with Tell Me, and that's the song to me that it's like, this is what I would tell the truth of talking to a friend, and it's the harsh reality, talking to a homegirl, talking to one of the homies. It's like, why are you in this revolving door of doing the same thing when you can either leave or really strap up and make it work? You get what I'm saying? Like, and I do feel like successful relationships happen when both sides realize that we both do shit that's fucked up, you know what I mean? And we both literally have to focus on being better versions of ourselves, or it's not gonna work. And that's what Tell Me is. It's like, me asking a woman, like, why are you so scared to start over if you've done it? You've done it already.
Yes.
Like, so I could excuse the first nigga that you did it with, where y'all went on for 6-7 years and y'all shouldn't have did it. But now you're on your second, third nigga going on 4 or 5 years doing the same thing. It's like, you already did the hard part once. You get what I'm saying? So why are you scared to start over if you've already done it once? And then for the man, the line that I love on the second verse, the line that I love the most is, I can't remember word for word, but I'm basically telling them, you could have it all if you was man enough to tell them both. Like, because we now live in a different day. People don't want to admit it, but we live in a different age where there's some women that'll go for that if you just be honest with them and be like, yo, I could give you everything that I got, but I can't stop fucking with other women. Like, I can't commit. You get what I'm saying? But I can give you my all. I can provide. I could do this. I could be there for you. These women don't mean nothing to me. You ain't gonna never find me out making you look super crazy or taking a girl on a trip or spending no money. But like, it'll be nights where I just, you know what I mean? And there, you could have it all if you man enough to tell them both. But we start off lying to ourselves, to the other person all the time, just because we feel like that's what we need to do to be able to get it. And it's both sides. Like, when men feel like they have to lie to get what they want, which is sex in the beginning. And women feel like they got to lie about themselves to get what they want from a man, which is commitment. You know what I mean? And we both lie and act as though we're a better version of ourselves or act like we can control this baggage or trauma that we built up, when really you can't really do anything about it until you admit that it's actually there. You know what I mean? And so Tell Me is one of the songs that like I absolutely love on this project. And then Fuck Up the Vibe is fun. And I love the fact that I got a fun...
That's the last one from this segment or this series,
Yeah. No. Where did we start? Where we
started the last
exactly,
one.
Exactly, yeah.
So Fuck Up the Vibe is featuring Kaylin.
Yeah, shout out my dog Kaylin.
Where We Start features Keon Bell.
Keon Bell, exactly. Which I love the fact that I ended that section with one of the funniest nigga. Keon is crazy.
I'm like, nigga, this is so aligned. It makes sense.
It's so aligned. Like, and I'm so glad the world is starting to see his person. Like, so Keon, to give people backstory, Keon is like one of my best friends. Like, I talk to Keon every single day.
I knew y'all were close, but not like that close.
No, like I had a job. I got Keon hired at my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
for real.
Yeah, like this is my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? So all the shit that the world is seeing with all this viral, this is shit that we talk about every single day. Like, and Keon is one of the, without saying too much, Keon's one of the craziest niggas I've ever met in my entire life. And even online, that's like the mild version of this nigga. Like, this nigga's hilarious. And so he was the person that I wanted to end that section with, because I felt like it was just personality wise and who he is, it just made so much sense. You know what I mean? So you got Fuck Up the Vibe, where, like I said, you get in that relationship and you start realizing like, it's actually cool being in a relationship and only having one person, because like I just want peace, and that's really what it is. You know what I mean? And Fuck Up the Vibe is really the part. It's for the men, but it's also for everybody, because it's one of those things where it's like you reach a point where you like, I don't want to argue. If I'm the bad guy, have that. Like whatever. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool. I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Like I don't care to argue that. And then we go to Where Do We Start, which is to me my most open track for myself, because it's what I'm living in now, and it's me understanding that like I did a certain amount of damage that like I have to live with. And it's like, it's almost like once you finally get to a point to where you want to be a better person and you want to, you know, fix things and do things right. It's like, okay, well, where do I start? I done fucked all this shit. Like, where do we start from here? But like, I can tell you the truth about how I genuinely feel about you. And it's almost a tone in there of like,
I love that,
helplessness, because it's like, I don't really know what to do.
That's true.
But like, I'm still here trying. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a helpless tone, but it's like, whatever you want to do, I'm with it. You get what I'm saying? And it's also understanding that like, even if you wanted to walk away right now, I'd have to be okay with that. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't, like, tell me, where do we start? You get what I'm saying? Like, where do we start to be able to start fixing it? You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh, I love that. And then we ended with Spiteful.
Yeah, Spiteful.
And where does the spite come in from? Like, why can't it be end on a happy note? Why are we so spiteful?
So it's so funny. I thought about ending the project on a happy note, but it's really, this is really the one track that was done for the series. So it's Everything in My Soul. The sentence behind it is everything in my soul is moving towards love, but I'm too trapped in the city. And then there's another one. So Trapped in the City is the next color. And I couldn't leave this album happy and go where I'm about to go with
Trapped in the City
next
need
one.
to be like red or something.
It's red,
like,
exactly.
Oh, it's red. Okay.
It's red.
Okay.
So that's Trapped in the City. So yeah, so I ended on a spiteful note because it's like I'm leaving, and that's why I keep saying in the thing, back to the streets with back to the streets with me, because I'm going into a different space, if that makes sense. So I thought about ending it happy. I actually wrote a song that was happy.
Emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, like I can't wait.
Yeah, I actually wrote a song that I wanted Isaiah Falls on, that I wanted to end it on, and then I was like, I can't end it happy if I want to go. You get what I'm saying? Where I want to go.
What do you think has been your biggest challenge or your most challenges when creating the series?
When creating the series,
if you even had any, like
from a creative standpoint, I haven't really had any, to be honest with you.
Do you think that we were going to be, were you afraid of people being receptive?
That's what I was about to say. I was just about to say, from making it, I didn't really have any challenges, but I did have like fear, because I'm like, everything in my soul blue, I knew people were going to love it. That's my pocket. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, and that's why I started with blue, because I'm like, I want to, if I'm going to do this, I want to give fans what they want to hear, like my core fans, what they want to hear first. Yeah. That way, if they're not receptive to me growing, then at least they have everything in my soul. And the good thing about waiting 3-4 years in between projects is that for my fans, they used to waiting 3-4 years anyway. So if they get another, like if they don't like something, they like, well, I could just go back to everything in my soul. I'm used to listening to one project from a nigga for 3 years anyway. You get what I'm saying? But I do genuinely feel like they're gonna love it. I feel like they're gonna love this project. But yeah, I feel like making it wasn't hard at all. These projects have actually been the easiest to make, because I haven't had the pressure of pleasing somebody else. Like I don't have to take the music to somebody and be like, well, what do you think? You get what I'm saying? Like, I can just off raw feeling and emotion just create. And I know when it's good, because I've been doing this for a while. So I know when it's good, and I have honest people around me. Like I always say, like I got a group of A&Rs that are around me. Like my brother's like my A&R. People don't know that, but it's like a project don't go out without his approval of it. You know what I mean? Like my boy LT is one of my biggest A&Rs, and these are all people that have different desires and ears for what they want to hear. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it works out. You get what I'm saying? My manager Jordan is one of my A&Rs, and he has a different ear. So it's like pleasing all these niggas is tough to do. But when I make a project and they all fuck with it, I'm like, okay, I'm in a good spot. And it's worked. It's worked with New Beginnings. It's worked with Porches. It worked with I Love You Again. And so it's like, I know when it's ready. So the pressure of having to take it to somebody else and be like, is this good enough? And then it's sit in a room of 12 people where they all dissecting, and there's 12 different opinions. So now it leaves the room and nobody knows what to do with it. I don't have to go through that step of it. You know what I mean? But there was a fear, like, okay, are fans gonna accept this new version of me? Like, I'm singing more, it's more melodic, it's more romance and, talking about relationships. But it's funny because I've talked to fans that have, heard the singles, and a lot of fans, I've gotten this a lot from a lot of fans, like they're like, my favorite songs from you are when you're talking about relationships. So they're like, if this project is like in that bag, I think it's going to be my favorite project that you drop.
You for sure got Girl Records.
Yeah, exactly. And I always wanted to be that art. I wanted to be the artist like Fab or Wale that when they pop out with singles, it's for women. I feel like that's the best way to go. Like, because if women love it, it's going to get played, and men are going to play it just because women like it. You get what I'm saying? That's just going to be the case. Yeah.
In your ideal space, just kind of sum up the album and the project, what do you really want your fans and your supporters to take away from this?
Honestly, I just want them to relate to it and enjoy it. I want them to feel like they've been heard in whatever they're going through. I feel like relationships there's few things in this world that we all go through. You get what I'm saying? It's like money problems is something that majority of us at some point hit in our life, relationships. So there's certain things that it's like I know people can relate to, but there's topics that I feel like people haven't really made songs about or haven't really touched on. You get what I'm saying? Like even a record like I'll Be There, where it's like I'm talking about a situation I had with a girl where I'm the side nigga and I could tell that she really, really likes me and wants me to be with her. But I'm like, I done seen you be this shitty ass partner to him. Like all the stuff you saying that he do, you do the same things. You get what I'm saying? Like you do the same things to him. So why would I ever trust you in that way? You get what I'm saying? Like, but these are topics that I feel like people don't really touch on like that. And so, when the listeners listening, I just want them to be able to hear stuff inside relationships that they probably haven't heard of, but they probably lived through a ton of times in their life. So yeah. Yeah,
well, I would say, you being independent is probably my favorite music coming from you.
Thank you.
Because I can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah.
You know, versus to, and you could tell, you know, you're finally, well, I feel like you've always had a vision, you know, and you've always tried to put that vision out, and you've always tried to do things that you felt like were right. But this time it feels different because the music is fun, it's open, it's vulnerable. So I think that's the difference in what I'm hearing, and I think the fans too would be, you know, I think they will be receptive.
Yeah.
But congratulations on this. I'm very, very excited to see.
Thank you.
You got a show in New York coming. You got the first of all, you got the Novu first, right? Is that the Novu?
No,
the
that's
LA show. Or where is it at?
The LA show is at the Roxy.
At the Roxy, got it. Okay, so the LA show's at the Roxy, and then you got one in New York.
And then we got one so we got the Racket in New York on the 14th, and then we got the Roxy on the 28th of May. So we got 2 shows. We were gonna do a full run, but we're coming with Red so fast after this that we were like, let's just save the run because it's not gonna take. We're gonna probably spin the block in like 3 months with Red.
Oh, that's quick.
It's quick.
That's quick.
Yeah, because I wanted fans to be able to get this whole color series at once, basically.
That makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I don't want it to be a thing where like, you know, you have to wait 6 years to get the whole series. You know what I mean? Because I want people to be able to at some point sit down and listen, you know, hopefully to it all the way through, not probably in one sitting, but be able to like hear it and experience it in real time. So the goal was for them to get the 4 colors like in a good amount of time. That way it's like, okay, I got it within a year and a half's time.
Yeah.
I can, you know, take it in that way. So in the last color, I want that to be like my official album independent. You know what I mean? So that's the one I want to do a big rollout for, big features. So I'm hoping to be able to get that one out like top of the year next year.
Got
it. Yeah.
Okay, now before I let you go, there was this discussion or I guess content piece I saw online, and I wanted to have this discussion with you. Okay. And it was a couple podcasts, and the topic of discussion was like the best lyricist in rap groups. Okay, gotcha. And it was a lot of, I was just disagreeing with a lot of the shit I was just hearing, right? And I'm like, what perfect person to have this discussion, this conversation with, you know,
I'm gonna make somebody mad, but that's okay. Yeah.
But you know, I have a few rap groups here, right? And I mean, you a music head, you a hip hop head, you a lyricist, and I feel like, you know, you're gonna give me your honest answer. Okay. So I need you to give me the best lyricist. Out of the group. Okay. And the first group I'm gonna give you is Outkast.
Andre.
Okay.
Yeah, Andre.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think people sleep on Big Boy, too.
I was about to say, I don't think Big Boy gets the credit.
And it depends on the track.
I was about to say, I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves, but Andre's like in an elite category. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for sure, Andre.
I agree. The next group I'm going to give you is Dipset. So, you know, it's Joel Santana, Freaky Zeke, Jim, and Cameron.
Damn. I want to go Cam, but I'm leaning towards Joel's because of the run with Wayne.
I would think I'm gonna have to agree.
I'm leaning towards the run with Wayne. Kind of put Joel's in a different box. You get what I'm saying? Like he was in a whole different. That was when I felt like that nigga was one of the best rappers on the planet.
When he was outside.
When he was outside with Wayne, like he was one of the best rappers on the planet. Yeah.
But there's no other rapper that sounds and has the swagger like
That's
Cameron.
what I'm about to say. Cam sound like he from Harlem, right?
Yeah.
He sound like Harlem.
Yeah.
Like for a long time in my life, I just pictured every Harlem nigga was Cameron. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's as gimmicky as it is, there's some fucking bars in there.
Man, no, that nigga, that's one thing I hated about that people used to like, they used to always use the computers Putin. But I'm like, A, that verse is hard as fuck. And B, if you really listen to the shit that Cam be putting that shit together, like it's really crazy. So it's like, I go back and forth, but I'm leaning towards Joel's just because of the run that he had when him and Wayne was like dropping nonstop. That shit was crazy.
Bitches call me tacky daddy, range look like Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy, yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that nigga.
But it makes sense though.
And if you saw his range at the time, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, the nigga was
outside. He was outside and in the fashion and all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Cam.
Yeah, for real. And then the next group is G-Unit.
G-Unit.
So that's Lloyd Banks.
That's got to be Banks. It's got to be Banks. Lyricists has got to be Banks.
You know, niggas was saying 50 Cent was the better rapper than over.
No. That's because that's one thing I hate about the lyricist conversation. This goes back to like, you know.
And that's no diss to 50.
No, it's no diss to 50.
He's not a better rapper than Lloyd Banks.
Yeah, he's a great.
Let's be clear.
He's one of the best songwriters that we've ever had in the history. And I've actually studied 50 Cent when it comes to like songwriting. He has this interview where he talks about fitting as many hooks in a song as possible. So he talks about writing your main hook, writing a hook in the middle of the verse, and that's the part that everybody gonna sing, and you know what I'm saying, like, and stuff like. So it's like it's 50 coming out your stereo.
Oh, he good for that.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, like. So from a songwriter, he's literally a genius when it comes to songwriting. But lyricist is Banks.
Here's the thing: I'm putting Young Buck before 50 Cent.
I would too.
It's gonna be Lloyd Banks and then Buck.
Buck was a fire lyricist also. Yeah, I got it. Banks, Buck, 50, and then Yayo. That would be like my order.
Okay, I'm with you on that one. The next group is the Locks. That's Jada, Jada Kiss, Styles P, and Sheek Louch.
It's got to be Kiss, but I really fuck with Styles.
Same.
I fuck with Styles tough, but it's got to be Kiss.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because Jada Kiss went on a platform recently and said that Styles P, he felt like Styles P was better than him.
Jada don't pop his shit the way that I feel like he should, but it's also what I love about Kiss. Like, he only pop his shit on records. He don't really pop his shit to me the way that he should, but I also feel like it's why we get the moments like the verses. Yeah. Because he don't pop his shit like that, then you have those moments where when you see how many people loved him, it feels better because it's like he don't even walk around popping it like that. Exactly. But people really, really fuck with you and they really, really love everything that you put out. You know what I mean? Yep. So yeah, that's true. I go with Kiss for sure.
And then my last group is the Migos.
The Migos. Wow, this has like been a hot topic. Yeah. Like, yeah. I know that people always want to say Take, for sure.
'Cause I was gonna say Take.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Take.
Yeah. I go back and forth between Offset and Take. I think Offset is a lot better than people give him credit for, but I do feel like there was like a year and a half span where Takeoff was just like clearly above the other two, like not even close above the other two. So I probably go Take, but I do think it's closer. I think Offset is closer than people give him credit for sure. I think Offset is a better rapper than people give him. But I look at lyricism. I look at all sides of lyricism, and so. The pockets that Offset has and the way he's able to fit certain words in, which they can all do that. That's one thing that all three of them do really well. I feel like people don't give him as much credit for that as they should, if that makes sense. Yeah, but it's probably Take though. It's probably Take. Yeah.
But that was fun. I was like, let me see what he's talking about.
I didn't see that argument online. I would have definitely. I would have loved to see what people were saying.
Twitter. Or X. It was all over, and I was like, I'm not agreeing with this shit at all. It was I wasn't aligned at all. But you know what? Again, congratulations on the new project. Let us know, a lot of us are following you, but let us know where we can follow you, how we can stay in touch, and anything and everything you have coming up.
Yep, of course, Reason Official everywhere. Like I said, if you're in New York, we got a show on May 14th. I got some dope artists that I'm going to have on the show with me, so that'll be fire. And if you're in LA, we got the show at the Roxy on May 28th. Once again, I got some dope artists. I think I can announce it now. So I got, in LA, I got Keon, of course, Keon Bell, Iman Europe, and Mark Lux in LA. So that'll be a dope lineup. And then in New York, I got Elos, Iman Nunez, and Kai Cash in New York. So it'll be dope. It'll be a good time. It'll be fun. So get your tickets. Pull up on me. We also got a all women's a ladies' night event coming on May 1st, and then it'll turn into kind of like a party afterwards. So fellas, you can come too. It's just the first hour will be for the women for moving towards love. And yeah, I'm gonna be announcing a bunch of shit. I'm gonna be outside all summer. So yeah.
Dope. Again, well, congratulations. I look forward to everything. And this is Khrissy B with Swayze Universe Hot Topics, where I discuss everything music, sports, entertainment, and sports. I love you guys. Peace. Until next time.